Boston drivers. Don't you love them? Because you know I don't. How's it going, guys? It's CFN and welcome to CFN TV. Today I want to discuss, this is the first video I'm going to do on my channel besides the trailer, stuff like that, but this is a video I specifically want to talk about because I live in Boston and I've been driving for about a year. As I've been driving, I start to experience things that as a passenger you don't really experience. You see a person driving, either your dad or a friend you're driving, and you see, why is he driving like that? Like seriously, why are you driving like this? And then, when you're driving, you have to realize, I get it. You know, when you're starting out, you know, like 16, 17, and man,
driving on, I'm going here, going through there, man, I'm the best driver ever.
It's not until you experience it when you realize, it's not that cut out, it's not really good when you cut out. To me. Like seriously, it's not really that great. It's not that you're a bad driver, because you could go to the school for months, you could be practicing for months, for years. Anyway, you could be that good at a driver, you could be following the rules, you know, following all the signals and all that stuff, everything we were taught at school. It's just that everyone else in Boston, not just Boston, but anywhere, is an idiot. He's pretty much an idiot. I'm going to show you, or I'm going to tell you, some of the drivers you will expect when you're driving out in Boston. Or even any drivers in general. You can take this in general if you're here in Boston or not. Just deal with any type of drivers. Alright, so number one, the phone drivers. Oh boy, here we go. Let me tell you something about the phone drivers, okay? These people are drivers who have the brain capacity to think that they can drive while either on the phone or texting. It's like,
oh, I'm texting. Oh no, a car's coming. That's fine. I am the greatest driver ever.
Those are the people you really want to try to avoid. Do not text and drive. Believe me, it'll save you in the long run. Listen to all those ads and stuff like that. Take the pledge, you know, take the pledge. I've taken the pledge way before I started driving. Way before. I took the pledge and I made sure that I was never going to text and drive or anything. I waited. It can wait. Literally, it can wait. Why's the text so important that's going to cost you your life? Or cost you a hack load of insurance money? Seriously, you can wait a minute or wait till you get there. If it's really that important and you're expecting a call, just pull over for a second and take the call. It's not that hard. You don't be driving and texting, because then literally accidents cause when people are on their phone or texting, or traffic starts when people are on their phone and texting. That's just my opinion. They think that even though texting is bad, I think I have the brain capacity to have driving experience to believe that I can text and drive at the same time. Don't be one of those people. Number two, the slow drivers. I might be a little biased on this, a little bit, but let me explain what I'm talking about. People who drive slow. I'm going to say who drive unnecessarily slow. Who literally stay at the speed limit or under the speed limit. I understand if you want to go a little above the speed limit, you know, like 5, or if you want to keep with the speed limit, but those are the people who drive slowly unnecessarily. Well, what's that big deal? They're not a problem. Yeah. The only issue, my issue with it, is the fact that Jay drives slow when you're in a hurry. When you're late, when you wake up early for class, you got an exam in the morning, and you're rushing, and you always see that slow person that goes absolutely slow on the highway. It's always when you're in a rush. You want to drive carefully, I will say. But at least have a middle ground of some way. Don't go 2 miles an hour on a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Like seriously, you don't need to go that slow. If you're gonna go like 30 under 40, that's okay. But don't go like 20 or 10, especially if I'm behind you and there's traffic everywhere. Just saying. Number 3, the weed drivers. Now, before you get all skeptical about this, I'm gonna tell you something. This is what I've learned recently. People, you know, marijuana has been legal in Massachusetts recently, right? But I recently that a lot of deaths in cars have to do with people actually smoking weed in the car. I'm like, seriously, my mind has been actually, I honestly shouldn't be surprised by this, but I'm like, really? You can't do it at home? I mean, listen, I don't smoke weed, alright? I don't smoke drugs. I'm drug free. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't do alcohol, drugs, or anything. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm clean. I'm straight. I don't do any of that stuff. But for the people who do that, I'm not condoning that you should smoke weed, but I'm saying don't do it in the car. All right, if you're gonna drive, you gotta be sober. You cannot be high, because fatal accidents have been caused with people smoking weed in the car. I was literally driving. I was driving home from college, right? I was driving home. I'm on a red light. I'm driving. See this dude right next to me. The dude is smoking a blunt right next to me. Right next to me in the car, smoking a blunt with 2 other people. This is the reason why people get in accidents. This is the reason why Boston driving is like this. Because of people like that. Whatever you do, my recommend is you don't smoke weed. My biggest thing that you shouldn't do, don't smoke weed in the car, or else you will end up in a ditch. 4, I think it's number 4. I lost count anyways. Drunk drivers. All right, now this is a general thing. Don't ever drink and drive. This is a serious thing. Don't ever drink and drive, because that is illegal and you can get killed. You can be in jail for a long time and get caught, and you could probably get killed. I'm just saying, do not drink and drive. And we've seen people in Boston who've dealt with this stuff. I was coming back from like a wrestling event with my dad. There's a drunk driver in front of us shifting around. You can tell when the guy's shifting around, you know, loosey-goosey and stuff like that. Please avoid those people. And please, I beg you guys, I'm telling you, please don't drink and drive. And even one of your best friends convinced you to do it, don't do it. Do not fall into that thing. Please don't. Because it will help you in the long run if you don't. But if you do it, bad things will happen to you. You're going to either end up dead or end up in jail. And you don't like the other two. Seriously. I think that's all I have for this video. I don't think there's any other types of driving that I can think of at the moment. But if you guys ever experience any driving and stuff like that, and have any other things about driving in general that's a bit crazy, just put it in the comments below, and you can add some of that to that. And if you're starting out driving, you know, be careful, listen to the rules, listen to your teacher when he tells you stuff, listen to all the traffic signs and everything, and be careful. By the way, don't speed. All right? I forgot to add this. Don't speed. Don't be one of those speeder drivers, all right? Don't be like the Vin Diesel Fast and Furious thing where you need to go 80 miles an hour on a 40-mile-an-hour thing. Don't do that, because then you'll get yourself killed. But anyways, I guess that's all for this video. This is my view on Boston driving, or driving in general, whatever. This will be one of the other videos I do. If you like these things, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Peace.